It's been a minute since we've done a hair tutorial, and I have been getting a ton of questions about how to do this look. This is just like a messy beach wave that's voluminous, it's tousled, and this is pretty much what I do every time I give myself like a fresh hair wash. I wash my hair about every 5 to 7 days, I dry it, I style it like this, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Let's get started. Okay, so this is what we're working with. It has been like 6 days since I've washed my hair, which is pretty average for me. I wash my hair about every 5 to 7 days. I did put in a hair mask this morning because my hair, after not washing it for that long, just feels really dry and dull. And the hair mask that I use, like you can leave it in for 5 minutes. I left it in while we went to the Children's Museum, so it's been in for a few hours. But I love this mask. I'll show it to you. It's actually not a mask. It is a bonding pre-treatment from Heritage by Mindy. This brand is really inexpensive. They sell it at Walmart. I think this is like $7 or $8, and it says you can leave it in for 3 to 5 minutes and then rinse and wash as usual. Like I said, I left it in for longer just to get some extra hydration out of it. But that's what's in my hair currently. Okay, so this is the before. Literally frightening. The mask is obviously in here, which is why my hair looks this bad, but typically by this point in the hair wash cycle, my roots are pretty greasy, my ends are pretty dry, and I'm stuck in like a claw clip or a bun. So that is my sign to wash my hair, which is what we're gonna do. Okay, I am back out of the shower. I feel like when you go to the hair salon and you know that you're like missing the top band of makeup across your head and you've got like streaks running down your face, it is what it is. I put on makeup before we left the house this morning, so I just hopped in the shower to like wash my hair, wash my body. So we're just gonna ignore that, but I figured while my hair was in the towel getting like some of the moisture out, I would show you the products that I use in the shower because I've actually been using these for a couple of years now. I like to try different products and different hair products, and I use a lot of different brands in my routine, but for the shower products, I have been using one brand and I'm using the same products for years. So I have been using Amika for a really long time. I just love them. Someone in a salon like years ago used it on my hair, and I've just stuck with it ever since because I really like them. Like I said, I use other products here and there, but I always go back to Amika. I use the Normcore Signature Shampoo, and I wash my hair twice, make sure I really scrub my scalp. And you don't actually like suds your ends with shampoo because the shampoo is gonna run all the way down your hair, and when you do that, it actually makes the ends of your hair really dry. You only need the shampoo pretty much at the root. I also use the Amika conditioner, but this is the Cure, so it's like a little bit heavier, gives more like hydration because I do have one row of extensions, so I like to make sure I'm using something that's gonna give a lot of moisture back and like take care of that hair. And conditioner, we all know conditioner goes on the ends, so opposite of the shampoo. You pretty much only wanna get like mids to ends with your conditioner. And then I use the Amika Soul Food Mask in the shower. This I think is also like, yeah, 5 to 7 minutes. You put it in when your hair is wet. I usually leave it in when I'm like washing my body, shaving my legs, doing all of that. And I actually just ran out of it, so I need to get a new one. I need to throw this one away. But I love this so much. I've also used their Shine Mask, which I really like. That made my hair like very silky. But this is really good. And this, because this is like a conditioning treatment, like a deep conditioner, you put this on all over, root to ends, leave it on for the whole time, and it makes your hair just so silky. I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair out of the towel, put all my products in, and if you can see them over there, you guys are gonna laugh when you see the amount of products that I put in my hair. This is like the best part. Okay. It just feels so good to have clean hair. I've been saying I'm gonna wash my hair more often so that I have this like fresh, clean look more often, but I have a baby. It is what it is. I'm gonna brush my hair to get all the knots out so I make sure the product gets evenly distributed. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna use on wet hair is this Living Proof Triple Bond Complex. I have to read because I don't know all the names and I don't wanna mess it up. I just used a little tiny amount. I have hair everywhere. Little tiny amount, that was 2 pumps. Just gonna put it in my hands and work it through. I really like Living Proof styling products, so I got that one and I have been loving it. Just a little something to kind of seal up my hair. Next thing I'm gonna use is this Hair Proud spray. It is a glass hair heat activated smoothing shine spray. Like I was saying, I really like the Amika Shine Mask to make my hair shiny, but I don't have that right now, and I have this spray on hand, which I actually do think it makes my hair shiny. My one complaint about this product is it's really hard to spray. Like I almost need to use 2 hands to spray it on my hair, and I feel like that's really annoying. And I always think about people who like maybe can't do that, or who have like arthritis or something. And I'm like, that's a huge flaw in this product. But I think they sell it at Walmart, inexpensive. So if the pump doesn't bother you, or you can put it in a different bottle, I think it's a good product. Last thing that I put on wet hair is the Heritage Heat Protectant. Same thing, Heritage by Mindy, another really inexpensive product. Not every heat protectant works. I do like this one. I love the Amica Blockade. I'm trying to think if there's other ones that I have used. That's all I can think of right now, honestly, that I've used in a long time. But I do like this one. And like I said, this brand is inexpensive, so that's a win. Products are in, hair's brushed. Now I'm gonna dry. I typically use my Shark Flex style when I'm drying my hair, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm just like rough drying, if I'm styling it with these stylers. But I had a little epiphany the other day that I have an entire drawer full of hair tools, like probably 15 hair tools, and they just don't all get enough love. So lately I have been trying to mix in, I only have 2 dryers. I have the Shark Flex style and I have the Babyliss Pro, just like regular hair dryer. This is what it looks like. It is the Nano Titanium, just a blue dryer, but it does have the little concentrator piece, which my stylist told me is like better for your hair, because you can make sure that you're not just like sending heat all over your head, you're actually drying the portions that you're working on. So that's like better for your hair. But I haven't used this in months. So lately I have been trying to mix this in more often when I'm not doing that like blowout style with the stylers from the Shark. So we're gonna use this today. Another good thing about this is I hate to section my hair. I'm like pretty lazy when it comes to blow drying it. Like when I use the Shark, I will blow dry it, and like I'll rough dry it, and then I'll use like the comb attachments. I can't talk. The comb attachments to like smooth everything out, and like I'll section it at that part. But when I use this, I don't section anything. I pretty much rough dry all over, and I'll brush it a few times through to make sure I'm like getting everything. But that's another reason I like to use this, because I can be like lazy. And I am gonna put this on like the highest speed and the highest heat, because it'll be done in like 10 minutes. Okay, I've only been blow drying my hair for like less than 5 minutes, and you can see it's like pretty dry. But I do need to kind of finish it up. But this is why I go through and brush it, because I feel like the wet pieces are still just like kind of hiding on the inside. So I just brush everything to smooth it out and then continue drying. Hair's dry. That only took a few more minutes, so it really did take like less than 10 minutes. Like I said, I just rough dried it all the way through. So it is like a little puffy, you know? I have really thin hair, so it's not like just super sleek and smooth, but because we're going for that like beachy, tousled, voluminous, like curled style, I think the way that I just rough dry it all over works really well for that. And I just went ahead and plugged in the iron that I use for this. This is the Babyliss Pro titanium iron. This has gotten its use, okay? I've used this so much that like all the writing, all the numbers for the temperatures have like worn off, so it is what it is. She's gotten her use. This is a 1-inch iron. It's a little bit small, but it does help you get that like look that we're going for. I think you could use like a 1 1/4 and it would be the same, but if you went any higher, you would start to get those like more blowout style of curls. But it's whatever you prefer, so use what you have. While that's heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple products in my hair. Like I said, I have really fine hair, so this will fall really quickly if I don't put something in it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. What a tongue twister. I don't know if you're like me and you would use dry shampoo like days later after your hair got oily, but you're actually supposed to put dry shampoo in your hair when it's fresh and clean, so that it can prevent oils from like saturating down your hair. Once your hair has already gotten oily, you're kind of just like masking the problem. So that's why we're gonna start with a little dry shampoo. I don't want to put too much in it, because the more I put in it, the dirtier, heavier it's gonna feel. These are the other 2 products that I'm gonna use, but I won't put these in until after I curl my hair, so I'll show you those in a bit. I would also typically use like a fine hairspray, like a comb through mist or something, to kind of finish everything off, seal it in, especially because my hair is so fine. But I ran out of what I have, so for the sake of this, we're just gonna use the texture spray and root lifter, and I'll show you how I make it work. Okay, I wouldn't say that this hairstyle is neat. I feel like it's, like I said, messy, tousled. So again, I don't section anything. I'm a little lazy with that. I do just literally split my hair down the middle and the back. Not perfect, of course. Just so I have 2 bunches of hair in the front. That is because I like to curl from the back and toss the curled pieces onto my back where there's no hair. So the curled pieces can be separate, and I can make sure that I get all of like the dry, fresh hair that's completely straight. But we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you how I use my iron. I feel like this is one of the questions that I get asked the most in videos, because people are like, how do you do that? The answer is hair in my mouth. I have been watching my stylist so closely for such a long time that I can almost do what she does. Almost. So like I said, I start with the back bottom of my hair and I just kind of work my way up. And I do use the clamp. I take my iron, open my clamp, and I put it at the root of the hair. It's just a small piece. I slide it down about halfway and then twist it up. And the thing about this iron is it's not gonna hold tight to my hair. Okay, so pull that down lightly, loosen the clamp. I like to leave a little bit of the end out and I just twisted it up again. Leave that in for a few seconds, pull it out, that's what it looks like. And then I toss it to the back. What I was saying is if you have a good iron, it won't be a tight clamp. So you'll be able to slide down your hair really easily. I have used, I'm trying to think, I think it was Hot Tools in the past. And once my hair was clamped, it did not slide very easily and I felt like it pulled on my hair. Every styler, every curler is different. So if you want to do something like this, make sure you're going to use something that's not going to pull your hair, or you might just have to like open your clamp a little bit more to get that same slide. And I'm going to show you this a few more times because I know that wasn't a good example. Right at the base, slide, and twist up. Trying to like watch myself and do this at the same time is not that easy. I only leave this in for a few seconds and then I just gently slide down, slide again, and I just leave a little bit out at the end because I like that look. I like the Utah curl where the end is straight. If you don't like that, curl all the way to the end. And then I just unclamp, pull down, and that is what the curl looks like. Looks kind of funny, looks kind of twisty, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna toss her back. You can see, even though I'm not like fully sectioning, I am kind of working in sections. I feel like that's what works best for my hair. Because I have extensions, there's a little bit of different lengths. If you have layers of any type, I feel like that'll work better for your hair, or sectioning, because you can see as I do this, like some of the pieces fall out because they're too short. You just gotta work with your hair type. And you can see that I'm not leaving this in my hair for very long. Another thing that my stylist told me, she said, I know you're always told not to turn your tools on the highest heat. She said, but when I style hair for my clients, she said, I typically put my curler on a higher heat and I just move really quickly. And that gives you like a defined but soft curl. I feel like it helps the curl hold better, but you're not gonna get like that harsh line or those super like ringlet curls that you can't brush through. It's gonna help you achieve the texture that we're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna show you up close another piece just so that you can like really see. Okay, this is the top piece of hair. So my natural hair, clamp and slide, twist. We're gonna let it sit there for a couple of seconds and then pull down, untwist, whatever you have to do, slide down and retwist. And even if you get too close, you're like, oh, I didn't leave enough of the end out. When you pull down, don't unclamp, slide like this, and you get a smooth end. Okay, one half of the hair is done. And we just leave her all ringlety like that until like the curls are all cooled, and then we'll brush through everything, of course. Now I'm moving on to this side and doing the same thing. We're gonna start with the back, clamp, slide, twist. And sometimes you can see I get a little bit like ballsy and I take bigger chunks because I'm like, oh, I wanna move faster. And it's typically this side of my head because it's usually when I'm like, oh crap, I'm running out of time. I need to move faster. But once you get comfortable doing this, like it goes quick. Okay, I know you guys can rewatch if you didn't get it, but I'm gonna keep showing you a few more times just so you can see. Clamping at the base and slide. Oh, we can get closer. I could zoom in, but I'm in the middle of curling. Untwist, slide down, and twist back up. And you don't have to like untwist if you're not comfortable with that motion yet. Like you can just kind of like pull down on the curler like this, and you'll get the same effect. And this is an example of one of the areas that I get lazy is like behind my ear. I don't know why I feel the need to take like this entire chunk of hair and make it work, but I do. It's just, you know, girly things. I feel like I need another twist. And we'll do the last piece, front piece together for just an extra satisfying little twist. The front pieces, I do try to do them all in one swoop so that it's like smooth and there's no like big kinks or anything. And my postpartum baby hair is coming out to play, just like don't wanna get involved with the rest of the party. Okay, so this is what we're working with. It looks curled, but it looks flat. We don't have the volume that we're looking for. Okay, so this side of my hair is cooled. This side of my hair is still warm, so I'm not gonna touch it yet. If I had a fine mist hairspray, like a comb through spray, I'm thinking the Nexus comb through spray. I'll put like a little picture here. I would go ahead and mist that all over my head while everything is like cooling and drying. When it's fully cooled, we're gonna brush through it. Okay, my hair is all cooled. I am gonna leave the iron on just in case, like after I brush things out, I feel like a piece isn't really curled as much as I want it to be. But let's get into the fun part, the fluffing. My husband just came in here and used my brush. So I'm like, now my brush is gonna be all wet and full of mousse. We're gonna brush everything through. Look at how much fluffier that already looks. I'm obsessed. This is just like a wet brush. Like I said, it has all this hair in it now, but it's open like that. So you're supposed to be able to blow dry through it so the heat can actually pass through. It doesn't melt the brush. But I really like this for combing through curls. I also really like combs like these, wide tooth combs. These are perfect. Because if you use something that's not like these, like you see on this brush, the bristles are still like really far apart. Bristles really far apart, even though they're wider here. If you use something where there's like more bristles or like soft, sorry to toss out the door, soft bristles, it's gonna make your hair like frizzy, and I feel like it's not gonna vibe with the curl. We're just trying to loosen the curl. So once we've done that, first thing I do is go with my texture spray. I have been using this Heritage by Mindy again, Magic Spell Texturizing Spray. And I just spray this all over. If you have a hair type that actually holds curl well, you might not even need like a hairspray or a finishing spray. Texture spray might be enough for you. It's not enough for me sometimes, but what I also go in with is this IGK Pick Me Up Maximum Lift Root Boost Spray. This says to spray at your roots, let it dry. You spray it on, it feels like cool and wet, honestly. Let it dry for like 30 seconds, and then you're supposed to tousle it. So I kind of go up under my hair where I would like tease basically, and that's where I spray this. And sometimes when I want like extra volume, I'll just go in like randomly near my root, and we're just gonna let that dry for a second. Okay, you can already see just from like the texture spray and the root spray, the hair is lifting. Okay, it's getting bigger. But what I do is just go underneath where the stuff is and tousle. And do it on this side, and do it underneath because I sprayed some down here and the back. That is what it looks like. And I haven't done anything else, but because I don't have hairspray, I am gonna spray some more texture spray. Because I was like tousling and stuff, it does make like my root kind of staticky looking. So I'm gonna smooth that out a bit. Okay, cool, but still fluff because I need the volume. Another thing that I like to do is use this same brush. All my brushes have wads of hair in them. I do clean them, I just use them a lot. Go from the bottom, hold the hair, and just kind of tousle, tease a little. Look at how much volume. Like it just, I know like not everybody needs this much volume, but I need this much volume. And this is the final look. I'm obsessed. This is what I do every single time I wash my hair. Like I said, if I'm not going for that like blowout style curl, I'm just going for like a classic tousled voluminous wave. This is it. This is how I get it. I love it. And what I'll do over the days is just kind of like retouch the curls where I need to. I'll use the same products just to kind of fluff things up. I won't completely recurl it. And then like I said, when I get towards like halfway to the end of my wash cycle, I guess we'll call it, is when I start wearing my hair up in like the claw clip or like a messy bun. But I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions about my hair, what I do, how I got the look, anything that I didn't answer in the video, please let me know down in the comments. I will link everything that I used here too, or everything that I can find. But thank you so much for being here. I love getting to share stuff like this with you. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can see you next time.